Hi girls! Today we're going to talk about how to deal with customer complaints. Hello! It's good to see you girls! Back from Thanksgiving break. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And if you have questions, I'm not ignoring you. I just am, hey Jill, I am going to be reading for a sheet of paper because I wrote a lot of notes for you girls. Yay! Alright, so first of all, what I want you to know is we are in the customer service industry. Hi Tara, you beautiful girl, you. So, by the way, before we get started, Tara and Kays and Wendy and Jill are all going to be doing the scopes for the month of December. So, I can't wait to hear what they do. Okay, so, hey Heather. All right, so here's the thing. We are in the customer service industry, and we are working with the public, and we're working with the public and customer service. Guess what? You're going to have some customer complaints. So we're going to talk about common ones that we have and how to deal with that and what to say and what to do and not run away your customers. So first of all, when you get a customer complaint, it is not a complaint towards you, so please don't take it personal. Please don't get pissed off, okay? They're just something's not working right, they're not happy, and so it's our job to figure out what's going on to help them with it, okay? One thing I want you to know is it is a lot easier to keep your current clients and keep them happy than to go out and try to find new ones. Would y'all agree with that? So your clientele base, do what you can to keep them loyal to you, to keep them happy, to keep them satisfied. That way you're not constantly having to go out and try to find new people. Okay, so I'm going to go over a lot of the common ones that I get all the time. And by the way, everything that I'm going to tell you today are things that I have personally gone through. I want you to know that there's nothing that you girls are going through that I haven't personally been through myself. Just saying. I don't know more than you. I've been in this business a little bit longer. Okay, so first one, why do I have to pay shipping? Especially if they're getting the products the night of the party. They're going home with all the products and they're curious as to why they got to pay shipping. They're not bitching, girls. They're just curious. I would be curious too. Like, I'm going home with everything. Why do I need to pay shipping? And by the way, if you want to get paper and pencil to like jot down notes, you may want to do that. So my answer to that, really simple. I prepay shipping to have it on hand tonight, so you can go home with everything tonight. So your $6 is just reimbursing what I've already paid. And normally, they're very understanding. They're like, oh, okay. Okay, so another common one is, I've only got one item. Why do I got to pay $6 shipping? So, and Wendy's on this scope right now. Here's what Wendy says. She's like, well, the cool thing with Pure Romance is you only have to pay $6 shipping. It's a flat rate, so you can literally get everything on your wish list right now and just pay $6. Okay, so turn it around. Like, it's only $6 and you can get everything. Okay, so that's how you can turn that around. Okay, I haven't received my package. Oh my gosh, I've been there, done that. Okay, so one thing I want you to know, Pure Romance policy, we have 2 weeks to get everybody their products. When I do my party, I under promise and over deliver. Under promise and over deliver. I don't tell everybody. I tell them 2 weeks. You'll get it in 2 weeks. If they get it before then, guess what? They're just going to be happy with you. Okay? So I don't ever tell them less than 2 weeks. If I need to mail them something, well, first of all, I'm going to meet them in town if possible. Don't ever put anything in their mailbox. There has been situations where the nosy neighbor is watching and then they went to the box and stole the products. Don't ever leave something on the front porch. Okay? So if you can, meet them in town if possible, hand deliver it. Okay, if you need to mail them something, then what you need to do is get a shipping, get a tracking number. Go to the post office, not UPS. Go to the post office, get a tracking number, okay? And what I will do is I'll take a picture of the tracking number and I will text it to whoever I'm mailing it out to. That way they see I've done my end of the bargain. I've shipped it to you. Here's the tracking number. Okay, so they call you. They're like, hey, I haven't received my package yet. The good thing about the tracking number, if you have one, and it's free. Like, you're going to ship the stuff and it's going to be free. They'll give you the tracking number for free. You can log on really quick and you can see whether or not the product was delivered. Okay, if it was delivered, guess what? It's out of your hands. Now it's up. It was delivered. Like, what are you supposed to do? You know what I mean? So what I'll say is, I don't tell them like, oh, well, it was delivered. You know what I mean? Like what I'll do is I'll say, oh, well, you have the tracking number, go to the UPS, the post office's website, do the tracking number, and then let me know where it says your product is. And then they can see right then and there that it says it was delivered. So if they come back to you and they're like, oh, well, it says it's delivered. Okay. Do you have neighbors that may have stolen it? Maybe you needed to find out like where the post office put it. Like now it's on their end. Like it's up to them. It's between them and the post office people. So again, I'm not rude with them, obviously, like do what you can to help them. Like, oh, well, let's figure out what's going on. Let's call a post office. But ultimately it's not your responsibility to replace the products for them. It's between them and the post office at that point because it was delivered. And obviously make sure you have the correct shipping address too. So a lot of times before I ship something to somebody, I will confirm like, okay, this is your shipping address, right? Another thing, let's say you go to the tracking and it's like in limbo somewhere, is lost in post office land. That's happened to me, lots of times. So at that point, it's not her fault. It's not your fault either, but you do need to get her the products. So I will go ahead and ship her some new stuff to, fill her order. And now it's up to me to go to the post office and be like, look, here's the tracking number. My stuff is lost in post office land. Like, let's get this resolved. Now it's up to you to get it resolved. And like Jill just said, the post office insures all the packages up to $50. So now that's up to you to get that taken care of and get her products. Okay, let's see. My product doesn't work. Oh, how many times have we heard that? So here's the thing. I basically do three main things when I get that. First of all, anytime you get a customer complaint, anytime, no matter what it is, get them on the phone. It is a lot easier to deal with issues over the phone than it is to deal through text. Dealing through text, dealing through Facebook messaging, a lot of times things can get escalated. So whatever the situation is, I try to get them on the phone. So my product doesn't work. Okay. Here's what you want to do. Most of the time, it is a mechanical issue. It's mechanical or user error. They're not holding the button down long enough to even turn it on. They don't have the batteries in right. They have 2 positives and 2 negatives, whatever. Or the batteries are dead or whatever. So a lot of times, it's just user error. So I get them on the phone. I'm like, oh my God, and validate them too, girls. Validate them. Like when you have issues going on, you don't want to be made to feel stupid, okay? That's a good way to lose a customer. So validate them. Like, oh my God, it's not working. Oh, that sucks. Well, let's figure out what's going on. Okay, first of all, and now say, did you hold the button down long enough? A lot of times with our newer products, you have to hold the button down for 5 seconds to turn it on. A lot of the times, girls, that's all it is. It's just they weren't holding the button down long. And they're like, oh, okay, yep, that's all it is. And I'm good, problem taken care of. Another thing is you don't want to make them feel stupid, like, did you put the batteries in right? Okay, so blame it on the instructions. Like, okay, so a lot of times it's hard to tell from the picture which way the batteries are supposed to go. So take a picture for me really quick of the batteries. Let me see how you have them in. I can tell you, if that's correct or not. I don't want to make it feel stupid, so I just blame it on the packaging and blah, 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 blah. A lot of times it's just the batteries. It's not in right. So, and if it isn't right, then I ask them, okay, well, are the batteries new or are they old? And so sometimes that's all it is too. I'm like, well, let's try another set of batteries. Go get another set of batteries. Let's see if that'll work. If you've gone through all that and it's still not working and it truly is a mechanical issue, then you're going to need to RMA it. And some of you don't know what RMA is. So basically go to the COO. It's a form. A return merchandise, something, I don't know. Anyways, RMA. And just search RMA. You're going to have this form. You can return defective products back to corporate and they will give you a new one in its place. Okay, so what you need to do, you need to get the defective item from her, ship it back to corporate. They're going to give you a new one. Now, this could be a really long, drawn-out process, just so you know. So what I will normally do is I'll get the defective one from her. I will go ahead and ship her another one out of my inventory. And then, but I still have her defective one. I just mail the defective one back to Pure Romance, and they're going to give me a new one in its place. So I'm not like out a product. I'm going to get it back eventually. Just, it's going to take a few weeks. It really does. It normally takes a few weeks. Again, I want to keep my customers happy. I don't want to keep her waiting for 5 weeks for this new product to come in from Pure Romance. So I just get that one back, ship her a new one out of my inventory, and mail it back and get this one. Make sense? It tells you on this form how to do it. Okay, you got to call in with the order number, the order date, and all that mess. One thing that I do, girls, Oh, you see this bag? This bag is full of stuff. Look at all this stuff in this bag. Okay, this is all of my RMA items. So what I will normally do, I mean, I can't even tell you how many things are in here. I mean, just so much. Okay, it's like a little Santa bag. What I will normally do is I will wait until I have a lot of crap, and I will ship all of it to Pure Romance at one time. That way I'm not, because you do, like, you're going to have to ship it to Pure Romance, and you do have to pay shipping to ship it to them, but it's a business expense, okay? So you can claim it on your taxes. So what I'll do is I'll just get a whole bunch of crap, get a flat rate box from the post office, and I'll mail it to Pure Romance all at one time. If you want to talk to me more about the logistics of that later, I can help you with that. Okay, so back order products, what I want you to know, people don't like waiting for their shit, okay? They don't like waiting 2 weeks. So before I go to a party, I'm going to look, go to your app, see what's on back order. If it's on back order, I'm not going to demo it. I'm not going to demo it. I don't want them waiting. So sometimes, though, people are going to want something, and they don't care that it's on back order. So what I'll do, I'm like, oh, well, that's on back order. I don't really know when the